Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, everybody listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. I got a radio show. Just trying to give God some back. Just some back of what he done gave me. Just a portion, I'm just trying, man, to show some type of gratitude for all his blessings. I'm just trying to, man, just get it right sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, man, you just can't do what you want to do and just live wrong all the time, man. You got to, at one point in time, Steve, come on, man. Come on, man. You could do better. I know you can. And you know what I had to do? I had to stop saying, I'm going to try to do better. And I just had to say, hey, man, I'm going to do better. Trying is just to put forth an effort, and then if it don't work, well, okay. But if you make up in your mind that I'm going to do something, then trying isn't enough. It's getting it done is the only thing that matters. See, it's the difference between doing and trying. We're going to try to win the game, or we're going to go out here to win the game. Now, trying to win the game means that you could lose. But when you got in your mind made up, most athletes will tell you that they go out there with the full intent and purpose of winning and winning only. See, they don't put the second place finisher on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Second place don't get you there. You got to win. And now take it out of the scope of athletics, but keep it in that type of analogy. In life, man, you want to win in life, don't you? I mean, at the end of the day, don't you want to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated of Life? Don't you want to be recognized for your hard work? Don't you want, to be recognized in the bonus structure down at your job? Don't you want to have your plaque up on the wall down at your job? I mean, most people do. Some people could care less. Some people don't care about looking good or being their best. And that's cool, but I ain't talking to them, though. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to those of you who want to be the best you can be. People kill me when they get mad at people. And he brown nose and he all up on the employee of the month. Man, the dude doing his job to the best of his ability and he getting recognized for it. What that got to do with all that you talking about? Because you ain't up there. It's amazing, man, how people describe other people's success. He's so lucky. Lucky? Hey, man, don't they kind of get you a little bit when people call you lucky? Let me tell you what luck really is, y'all. Luck is when hard work bumps up into opportunity. Some people call that luck. But hold on. Let's think about this. If you wasn't working hard, an opportunity presented itself, what would you call that? But see, when you've been working hard, an opportunity presents itself and it bumps up into each other, now people want to call that luck. But hold up, here go the part, though, that they ain't paying no attention to. Yeah, that opportunity came by. But if you had not been working hard and the hard work had not ran up into opportunity, what would you have? No, sir. It's not luck. It's work. It is work. Because there's a scripture that says faith without works is dead. But my mama was a Sunday school teacher. She taught me enough, though. Now, I know the difference between right and wrong just like you do. You ain't got to, it kills me when people write a strawberry letter. Am I wrong for this? Good and well, listen, read your letter. Are you wrong for this? You wrong. What you don't need us to be telling, but I'm going to do this anyway. Well, see, go ahead, though. Do what you want to do. But you know what, y'all? Here's the best advice I can give you. And this is what I really came to talk about this morning, but I got sidetracked because I listened. Get out of your own way. So many of us are blocking our own blessings. We just in our own way. We are in our own way. And one of the most dangerous ways you can get in your way is to do it your way, to get it figured your way, and to lock in on your way, and this the way it's got to go. Do you know how many people are blocking their blessings? Do you know how long I blocked mine with that mindset right there? Look, cause it's the way you do it, you think that make it the right way? You think just because you done thought on it long and hard, and that's what you really want, do you really think that your way is the right way? Or could there be a better way? See, until I started listening to God and started paying attention to his way, man, I was spinning my wheels, man. I was out here so determined this is how I was going to do it. But, I had to learn how to get out of my own way. Because just because I could do it my way didn't mean it was the right way. I had to get out of my own way. Just get out your way, man. Now, what does that mean? That means, see, set your goals. That means have your dreams. I'm saying set your goals, man. I ain't saying don't set goals. Listen to me. Set your goals. What is it you want to happen? What is it you'd like to have? What is it you'd like to be? What do you aspire to? Set your goals and set your dreams. Now, take your goals and your dreams to God and ask God to show you how. Man, you can save yourself a lot of pain. Listen to somebody who did it his way for so long. And when I finally got out of my way, out of my own way, when you've heard old people say, let go and let God. You've heard them say that. I didn't get it, but I got it now. Let go and let God. And it's an amazing little saying, though. Now, you may not get it now. It took me a bunch of years to get it, too. But when I took my goals and my dreams and my vision to God, and I said, God, this is what I hope for. This is what I aspire to. This is what I want to be. This is where I would love to get to. Then I said, help me. Show me how. Point me in the right direction. Let me follow your footsteps. Guide me. And give me a spirit of discernment. Show me who wrong. Because I meet people every day ain't up to no good with me. Every single day. Oh, man, I can't believe I run up into you, man. The Lord told me something was going to happen to me today. Well, see, I talk to him every day. He did not mention you to me. He ain't said nothing to me. He didn't tell me what was going to happen in mine. Now, that don't mean it can't happen because I'm open to it. So really, man, and please know I'm listening as well as I've ever listened before. But get yourself together, though. See, know your goals and your dreams, and then let God show you how to do it. He'll do it. It's so important, everybody, that you get focused, that you aim for something, that you dream of something, that you aspire to something. But it's the best thing you can do after you do all that. Man, get God involved in it, man. Talk to him. I mean, why would you not? What you got to lose? You ain't got to go down there and make no big scene and run laps around the church and run up there and throw yourself on the altar and scream and flip over and throw money in the air. You ain't got to do that. This you and God, man. This you and God. You got to serve and praise him the way you do it. You got to let nobody else tell you how it's done. It's a personal relationship. People kill me if you don't do it this way, if you don't come here to this church and you don't run around in this circle and you don't get flipped in the air and you don't, hey, man, you better go have a relationship with God, see what that's about. You understand? Don't nobody throw you off with all that, all right? All right, y'all, talk to him. He'd love to hear from you today.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Now, listen to me. Today is another great day. If you are listening to my voice, that means you are here, alive and well, blessed and highly favored. And you should start your day off recognizing that fact now. Don't let what's happening in this world affect what's happening in your heart. God is good. God is merciful. He's great. He's worthy. He's ours. We are his. And I'm glad about that. I invite you all to rejoice today. For today is the day that the Lord has made. Yeah, it is. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm glad today. It's a lot of people on this show that's glad to be alive today. Shirley Strawberry.
Let us rejoice, Steve. Good morning.
I'm talking to Carla Farrell.
Amen. Very grateful. Thank you. Good morning.
I know good and well, Junior, that doggone kill Spates.
You ain't got to tell me to be grateful.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, nephew Tommy.
Yes, sir. I'm glad about it.
Well, another great day, another news cycle over the weekend. President still is, Trump is, I hope he dig in. I know this ain't the right prayer, but I hope he dig in.
What?
Dig in what?
Right after the inauguration, dig in, just say he ain't leaving.
Oh, you want to see some action in the White House?
I want him to go in with twist ties and tasers.
You want some movement.
You want some action in the Oval Office?
Yeah, I want some gas, tasers, and twist ties.
Get out.
Kick this up a notch. Let's go.
Anybody that stay in there with him, come get some.
You want some
Yeah,
knee in the
what are we
back?
waiting for otherwise?
Yeah. But you know, the sad thing about it is this guy is on the golf course.
Yes.
I know.
During
He's
a
on the golf
pandemic.
course.
Yeah. That's really
Record numbers
hurtful.
of deaths, hospitalizations are high as they've ever been since the beginning of the pandemic. We have a real crisis on our hand. The stimulus package isn't passed. They had thousands and thousands of people in line in cars. They showed on the news in Texas. That's a red state.
For food.
For food.
Yeah.
For food.
Oh, and I can promise you them wasn't all Democrats in line.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, so are you saying
but-
the pandemic is not exclusive to a party? Is that what you're saying?
What? To a party or your money?
To a party.
So we
This
got
is the
all-
one thing that all of us have in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have all this going on, but he's where now? Where did you say he was?
Holding up a
I want to
nine.
make sure
On the
that
golf
I heard
course.
because he's our
playing
president, our leader.
Chilling. He ain't doing nothing.
And the
He's in the
COVID
sand
numbers are
trap.
going up daily.
Yeah.
Hospitals
Ain't heard
are full.
about the stimulus package. Ain't heard
Right.
about the platinum package. Ain't heard about the
Conceding.
nothing. Ain't heard about
contract
nothing.
with Black
Transition
America.
package.
Contract with Black America. I wish I would, and y'all just turned me down in Detroit, Atlanta, and Philly. I'm not more contract with y'all's black asses off.
You tore it
Yeah,
up.
tore that up. Contract with no damn blacks.
All right, listen. Coming up, Ask the CLO right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so did you guys have a great weekend? I just got to ask.
Oh, did we?
Everybody did.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
it was a great weekend.
What?
A
Good.
really, really great weekend. All I
You
did
can go
was
home.
work. I worked most of the weekend around the house. I did
around
some work.
the
If y'all have saw me working around the house, y'all would have been
Oh,
laughing.
yeah, I would have
Yeah,
taken
y'all
a
What does
would
that
picture
mean?
of that.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
for
working
sure.
What were
around
you
the house
doing?
for you?
For
Like
sure.
raking
What did you
leaves?
do?
Doing
We
what,
listening.
Shirley?
Come on.
I
You
said,
don't
what were
rake
you
no
doing?
leaves.
Like raking leaves and stuff?
No, I was carrying moving blankets and moving furniture
Oh,
and, by hand, moving it myself,
what?
What did you
Carrying
move
chairs
specifically? What did you move? Some chairs and what else?
some chairs and some
Blankets.
moving blankets and
Ooh.
Wow,
stained,
you
primed the
must be
wall.
tired.
Woo!
You must be exhausted. All right, let's get to the CLO. It is that time for Ask the CLO. Chief Love Officer, the CLO, as the nephew says. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. This one is from Yvonne in Southfield, Michigan. She says, I'm in my early 60s and I'm dating a very handsome man that's a few years older. He's perfect for me in all ways except one. I prefer to be nude 90% of the time when I'm at home, and that's a problem for him. When he met me, I was barely dressed, and I could see his eyes following my breasts in my shirt. Sex is amazing with him, but I wish he'd open up and be more in tune with being nude. He says it's not his thing, and I get that, but why is he trying to change me? My body is still in good shape, so I'm going to show it off. What's wrong with that?
Well, it ain't nothing wrong with that. You at home, you could do what you want to do, but I was a little curious about when you said when you first met him, you was barely dressed in. Where was your ass then? Because we're starting to get off into exhibitionist type thing right now. Where was your old ass at 60 somewhere barely dressed? That's what I was. Do they have clubs like that? Do they have like?
She's just out there braless.
Yeah.
Senior strip. I didn't know they had them, but anyway, what you do at your house is your business. But you can't expect him to change no more than he can expect you to change. But you want him to. He older than you. Hard to teach an old dog a new trick. He want him to be more free but and then sometimes now that you finally got somebody after I don't know how long, but could it be that the element of surprise and imagination and wonderment plays a part in the hunt for a man? You need to understand that. But if you just gonna walk around ass naked all the day, it ain't nothing to ask you to do except come on over here now.
You're just sitting on all the furniture and stuff, naked?
Just naked. I mean, I got you in shape and everything, and that's cool. It was like all that. But let's unveil it every now and then. Don't kill the man with the thrill of the hunt. When he ain't there, walk around naked.
Yeah.
But if you need somebody to see you, you're an exhibitionist. Go ahead, Sean.
Connie in Richmond, Virginia says, I'm a retired married female and I work part-time at a high-end restaurant. Last week, my husband's brother came in with a lady that wasn't his wife. He sat next to her in a booth and I noticed he ordered her food for her and then they shared a dessert. He knows I work there and I made sure I went by his table so he could see me. I told my husband about it and he got mad at me for telling him. He said I was gossiping and I needed to leave it alone. I'm very close to my brother-in-law and his wife, so I can't leave it alone. Should I tell my sister-in-law?
No, see, you need to make up your mind. If you say you're very close to your brother-in-law, then be close to him. It ain't your business. What part of this don't y'all get? It ain't your business. He brought her to the restaurant he know you work at. Obviously, he don't give a damn.
Clearly.
I mean, I don't even understand that move right there. Why would he even put that out there? So, and you don't know the relationship between your brother-in-law and his wife. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know if their marriage ain't happy. You don't know what's going on. Stay out of it. It ain't your business.
She said she can't leave it alone.
Yes, you can. All you got to do is leave it alone. You retired, but you work at the restaurant. What? Why don't you just retire? Quit going down there.
Maybe she needs some money.
Yeah, it's her fault.
Yeah.
The job.
Well, what you retire for if you going to keep working?
Because maybe she gets bored at home.
Money, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, when I retire, trust and believe, woof.
This letter is not about you.
Well, then it ain't. It's about her business. Mind your business. You have enough to contend with. Worry about where your husband at. Why
That's
you at work?
probably the issue. That's probably the issue. That triggered something in
Stay
her
out
about
of
her
it.
relationship. Yeah. All right. George in Florida says, I'm a 29-year-old single male and I have a big problem with keeping a girlfriend after we have sex.
All right.
I was dating a woman for 2 months and we waited to have sex. When we finally did, she told me to stop in the middle of it.
Wow.
And she told me that it wasn't going to work out between us. This happens all too often, and I need advice on how to handle this. Most men get dumped because they're too small, but I get dumped because I am large. My dad used to joke about it, and he was always so proud of me because of my size. It's no laughing matter now. Please help.
Anybody got time for this, George? What, you not finna come up in here and disrupt my future or my plans with all this extra you got? You're not finna come up in here and tear the playground up for other people that might want to play on the playground. What you not finna do is come up in here with all this extra and ain't no pleasure in it for me. Sometimes, George, you can have extra and don't know how to use the extra.
Too much is too much, yeah.
See, you got to learn it ain't about you. You got to find a way to pleasure the other person, not do the other person.
But it's his dad's fault, I'll say, because his dad used to joke about it.
He proud.
Yeah.
What's my boy?
This
my
lady
boy,
stopped
yeah.
you in the middle of it and said, stop, this ain't gonna work out.
It's not gonna work. All right, thank you, CLO. Coming up,
Trying
Pastor
too
Motown,
hard, George.
Deacon Def Jam with church complaints right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour in national news, President Trump finally admits what's wrong. Joe Biden won. What's wrong, Steve? But he won't concede. And in entertainment news, we'll run down some of the highlights from last night's People's Choice Awards.
Shirley, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to rush you, but when is sports?
Oh, it's coming up at in the 8 o'clock hour,
Later,
right after the
Okay.
strawberry letter or something.
I've been home.
Stacy.
Go ahead, Shirley. I'm just
Anyway,
trying.
we're going to talk about last night's People's Choice Awards. All these stories at the top of the hour and some sports later on for you, Steve. But right now, it is Monday, so you know what that means. It's time to have some fun with church complaints with Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam.
We gavel on this blessed Monday morning to hear once again the rigorous, the ostentatious, the diabolical complaints of an ungraciousness of this congregation. Lord, I'm preaching now.
Dictionary,
Deacon,
aren't
you have complaints from the church as usual on this Monday. Go ahead.
All right, Pastor, let's get down to it. Deacon Leonard, who ran for church president, as you know, he lost, and now he's demanding a recount. And we've already had 3 recounts, and he won't stop. So you're going to have to talk to Deacon Leonard. He just won't concede.
Tell Deacon Leonard that he is no longer Deacon Leonard. He's just Leonard.
Not the title.
We've done 3 votes. He's been voted out. He's just Leonard now. We're at best, we will allow him to be called Brother Leonard. But Deacon is out.
That's pushing it up.
Ain't no more damn recount. I'm just going to call him Leonard because the recount is substantial.
Yes, it is, Pastor. On that same subject, Pastor, the person who signs, who does the sign language while they're standing next to you, it's been noted that they are not saying anything close to what you're saying. They saying a lot of bad things about you. What would you like to do about this?
I don't really know because I was not partaking in the educational department of signing. But I have seen the middle finger go up several times during service.
Pastor.
And I've seen that. And so I knew something was going on, but I was mentioning voting and Donald Trump at the time, so that's why I let it slide. So I figured he was saying Trump, and that middle finger was the base of the T.
Yeah.
And more like Trump, and then it kind of led. So I didn't really know. Go ahead.
Really, Pastor?
I don't care what he's saying, and most of the people in the congregation don't know either.
Pastor, the church members have noted that there's a lot of communion wine left over, and they want to know, would you be interested in turning the basement into a Christian after-hours joint? You know, it looks like it could turn a profit, but it's up to you, though.
No, we have a lot of extra communion because we have so many AA members here at the church that I found it better to just use Kool-Aid.
Oh.
And it has been a preventive measure of having people fall back into backward lives. And so we won't be doing that. There'll be no after-hour club at the church.
No after-hour. All right.
Too many of them is AA members. We just do
Gotcha. Now, look at here.
Precautionary measures.
There's been some Zoom sex going on during service. We need you to speak with Sister. It's some Zoom sex happening. You need to speak with Sister Lorinda Taylor. Now, yesterday, she was saying, "Oh, God, yes, Lord, yes, yes." That was not due to your sermon. You know that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do, Pastor?
I'm very aware of that, but
What you got to say?
Yeah,
What is this?
are you speakless?
What's happening?
Was she at your house?
Sister Lorenda's computer went down.
Not my pastor.
And I told her she could come and watch the service over here. And y'all didn't see her in the Zoom shot, did you?
No.
And you're concerned because...
Because then you would have known that she was just full.
Full of the spirit is what you're saying.
Yeah, however you need to phrase it.
What suits you?
She need to make you feel better. I got it.
Pastor, we got a situation here. As you know, we were feeding the hungry over the weekend, and the members don't understand.
Excuse me, I didn't get that. We was what?
We were feeding the hungry over the weekend.
Yes, we were.
And they don't understand why they kept seeing you come back for plate after plate after plate. And now we ended up 60 plate shorts. And some of the members they have a problem with this. Do you have something you want to explain?
I don't understand what that complaint could possibly be about. We was feeding the hungry. Obviously, I was hungry, wasn't I? And now you're putting these... You trying to fake us. I didn't get a 9-inch plate. I got a saucer. I had to go around 4 times to make a plate. Trying to be kind and generous to the homeless and the setback and the stimulus package needing people. So, yes, I had a saucer. And I went back 4-5 times.
Wow, you really were hungry.
I noticed you, Deacon, had a full-size plate and pile high.
I only had one plate, Pastor.
Well, you pile high, though. You can't pile high on the saucer. I'll be damned. Hard as I'm working towards this church and congregation, and I just can't get a plate of food. Stop counting my trips around the table.
He's upset about that one.
Not good.
Last but not least,
my trips around the table. I'll be damned.
Pastor, Donald Trump has called and asked could he be on our prayer list. Sister Berta told him hell to the now, but that's up to you if you want to pray for him or not.
We have so many things that require prayer. So many subjects, ailments, members sick and shut in, things of that nature. We're not wasting not 1 iota of breath on DT. Notice I called him DT to save breath that I wouldn't have to say Donald Trump. We don't give a flying...
Fix it now. Fix it. Go ahead. Start it over.
I have to cuss. There is no substitution for it.
Come on, Pastor. You don't have to.
Tell Trump not to bring his monkey ass down here looking for prayer. Because that ain't what we doing up in here.
All right. Thank you, Deacon. Thank you, Pastor. Coming up, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In today's entertainment news, Jeremih is the latest singer to battle against COVID-19. On Saturday, 50 Cent and Chance the Rapper asked for fans to send prayers and good vibes Jeremih's way. 50 Cent said that the 33-year-old was in the ICU in Chicago, adding he's not doing well. This COVID stuff is real. We're all praying for Jeremih for sure.
Wow. See, man, we got to get serious because it affects... No, you don't know how it's going to affect you.
Right.
Some people are
Steve.
asymptomatic. Some people have some symptoms, a couple of them. And some of this stuff, man, it drops. It's just taking people out, man.
Man,
Yeah,
this is
it is.
terrible.
It is.
It's
It really
so
is.
serious.
Yeah.
Woo.
We have to do what we can do for now, and that's wash our hands and wear masks and social distance. That's what we know now. You know. Switching gears here, though, in other entertainment news, last night was the People's Choice Awards. Jennifer Lopez, congratulations to her, won the People's Icon Award. Tracy Ellis Ross, I don't know who else they could have chosen for the Fashion Icon Award. That's what she won. Congratulations. And then Mr. Tyler Perry won the People's Champion Award. Take a listen as Tyler Perry tells us to keep digging.
In this world, we're all digging wells. In our lives, we're digging wells. We're digging wells in relationships where we put all this time and effort and energy, and sometimes it doesn't give us what we need. We put all our time and effort and energy in our dreams and our business, and it doesn't give us what we need or what we were after. But if you just keep digging, my God, if you could just hear me right now, just keep digging. You may be 4 inches away from every gift and every blessing that you've ever wanted in your life. Had I given up when I was homeless, when I was sleeping in my car, when I was hungry, had I given up, these people that you see on this screen right now would not be a part of my dream. There are people who are tied into your dream and your destiny, and you are worthy of getting to your goal. Keep digging. Don't stop.
Love it.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
digging.
Love it, love it.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, if Joe Biden had stopped, he wouldn't be president-elect today, after 3
Biden.
tries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of news...
That's
in
not a
today's-
good example, Shirley, with this fool not vacating the White House. That's really not a good example. Nice try.
Well, don't worry, Biden will be there on the 20th of January, whether President Trump wants him to or not.
He don't want to go.
In today's, he doesn't. In today's national news, speaking of Trump, on Sunday, finally admitted that Joe Biden won the presidential election, but with a little caveat there. Trump tweeted on Sunday he won because the election was rigged. Once again, repeating his unproven claims of election fraud. But he has millions of people who support him, who believe
They
him.
riding with him.
Yeah, ride or die. Also, did you see Saturday the Million MAGA March in D.C.?
I didn't see the million
with
MAGA march. I saw the 10,000 people MAGA march.
Million nowhere in
What-
sight.
Nowhere. I saw a street field MAGA march.
Right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right, Junior. These were pro-Trump supporters. There were a few arrests and some confrontations. President Trump even gave his fans a highlight by driving by in his motorcade next to his supporters, smiling and waving, okay? So you're not out there with them. You're just rolling by in your warm car.
Who goes out amongst the protesters?
Yeah.
As a president.
You know, man, where it's another side, too, that was out there. You just don't. He's just, anybody clapping for him, anybody worshiping him, anybody doing anything towards him that's nice, he just with it, man. He's a simple-minded. Ooh, they love
Why
me.
don't
Let me
you
go out
like
here.
me? Like me. Why
Should
don't
have
you
got
like
them
me?
to help him pack his stuff.
They got plenty of trucks, Tommy. Don't worry about
They
it.
got so much time on their
Y'all
head.
got all this time on your hands. Pack his stuff up.
Yeah, Trump did not stay for the rally. He went for a round of golf in Virginia instead. Okay.
Wow.
Do he own these golf courses that he's playing on?
Not per se. He licensed out his name. You know, he may have some of his money in one, but he doesn't use his money for these things. He licensed out his name. He uses other people's money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
he
should do
just
more of
licensed out the
that.
name.
Yeah, I think he
You
should
know.
do more of that. You know,
I mean, I'm looking forward to him to not getting out of office. I'm looking forward to him to getting out of office. So
and why is that, Steve?
Because he got some great golf courses, man. The golf courses is the bomb. I just can't be seen down there now.
No.
Well, with his asses out, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could do that.
He could go do golf. Ain't nobody hating on him on that. He just can't run this country. He got to go.
No.
Go play golf. Go do what you do.
You golfing.
Because you could be out on the golf.
I was saying, Shirley, you golfing, but when you going to pick this moving company? That's what we need to know. Who you going with? Mayflower? Who you using?
Atlas.
Who getting your ass out is what we need
Look
to know.
like he going to go with Chevy Tahoe.
That's what he go. That's motorcade.
Dodge Ram. Be a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
He's got to go with something. I mean, he's just got to go. Just go. I don't care if he leaves his stuff in there and just walks away, gets new stuff. Just go.
Just get out.
Just stop being
meanwhile,
rude. Stop
you
being
got
mean and rude.
Over 130 Secret Service agents testing positive for coronavirus.
Yeah.
Now you riding out.
Really? I didn't know
Rallies.
that.
Yeah.
Man, this dude right here.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's just a mess.
Get put out.
I love you,
just a
Junior,
mess.
though.
Yeah, Carly, getting put out of a relationship, getting put out the White House, same damn thing.
I
done been
said
put out
last
both
week, Junior. It's a messy divorce.
It's the same way.
Yeah. All right, coming up in 20 minutes after Thanksgiving road trip memories, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We all know the holidays are looking a bit different, and most of America is planning on hitting the road instead of the skies to see family. You heard us going rogue last week, all of us, and we're continuing to go rogue by partnering with Nissan to bring you the ultimate Thanksgiving rogue trip playlist. With 5 different drive modes and advanced technology, the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue is perfect for your family road trip. And have you seen the features? They're unbeatable, like LED lights and two-tone color options on the exterior. And as we head out for the Thanksgiving holiday, we are looking for your help to create the ultimate rogue trip playlist. So, jump on social media and tell us what songs should make our playlist by using the hashtag SHMS Rogue Trip. That's SHMS Rogue Trip to nominate your favorite song. Thanks to the all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue, your Thanksgiving road trip just got a whole lot better.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Yes.
Let me see
Junior.
what song. What song, though? What song, y'all?
I wanted to ask Junior.
Road trip song.
Junior, if you seen Jodeci,
he's the whole trip. The whole trip.
That's the whole
Take my money.
That's the whole trip.
My car.
Man, we had some good road trips.
Because Junior is the 5th member of Jodeci, in case you didn't know.
But you know what, Shirley? I'll tell you this, though. We had some great trips at Thanksgiving. I've had some great ones.
Yeah.
10 years old, knee-high socks, yellow shirt, blue shorts, and some K-Swiss, headed to Macon, Georgia from Houston to see my auntie and my family for Thanksgiving. 12-hour trip took 16 hours because our country behind had to stop at every state line, sign we saw, and get out, take a picture. Louisiana, we stopped.
At the border.
Alabama, we stopped. Florida, we stopped. That's when I first discovered Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's.
Oh, me too.
Oh, my God.
What is Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's is a truck stop / Walmart.
Gigantic.
It's gigantic.
Yeah.
But it's got everything in it. Man.
But no trucks are allowed.
Ain't no trucks in there. My daddy had a strict rule. You got 10 minutes to get whatever you got. You get left if you ain't back in this van.
Shirley, they got at least 50 gas pumps. It's huge.
It's huge.
Really?
I love Buc-ee's.
A truck stop with no trucks?
No
trucks.
Nope.
No.
Yep.
No 18-wheelers allowed.
But Junior, were you ever late? Did you ever go past the 10 minutes? Almost?
No, my dad didn't play that.
Okay.
No, you gonna be in that truck. You gonna be. It's 2 minivans, and we passing sandwiches up to the back to the front. My grandmother back there making sandwiches. Hand them over, ham, salami, hog head cheese, whatever it is you want on your sandwich, you can get it.
They got it for you. They got it.
We ain't stopping no more now.
From the back to the front, though.
Yeah, back to the front. You don't eat the one handed to you, pass it forward.
I love your family, Junior. I love it. All right, coming up 34 minutes after the hour. Call us 877-29-STEVE right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, call us 877-29-STEVE, 877-29-STEVE. Tell us what's on your mind. All right, let's go to the phones. You ready, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Line 3. Yes, sir. Line 3.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Line 3, Brother Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Out of Atlanta.
Charles.
Uncle Steve, I got to call and congratulate the nephew. I know you're going to be proud of him. He came to Atlanta, and he knocked it out the box, Uncle Steve. I came and saw you when you was at the Phillips Arena, and I went to see nephew Tommy. He threw it out the box.
That's good, man. Did you enjoy yourself?
Did I enjoy myself? Uncle Steve, I was all over the floor. He said, somebody get that drunk man up off the floor.
He's still drunk.
He clowned on me, Uncle Steve.
He clowned on you?
And I don't even drink, Uncle Steve. I don't even drink.
Hey, man, let me ask you a question. He was up on the stage clowning you?
He was up on the stage, Uncle Steve.
So let me ask you this. Well, I just have one question. When he was up on the stage, from where you were sitting, did he look tall?
Uncle Steve, I told my wife, I said, you know what? He said nephew Tommy short. Nephew Tommy tall.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, he's on 4-foot stage. I know. That's right. He was on 4-foot stage and you were sitting down. All right.
I look 6'2".
He said you did great, nephew. That's great.
Great call, man. Congratulations, boy.
All right, let's go to line 5 and talk to Leon out of Vero Beach, Florida.
Hey, Leon.
How you doing, Steve? Good morning.
What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Oh, man. I had a road trip, my family, man. We was coming out of New Jersey, coming down to West Palm Beach, Florida. And my dad wanted to stop at the south of the border. First time there. We spent almost 2 days there, Steve.
Wow.
And my mom got married. We got the hotel there. My mom got married, and she wanted to go back home. So we all made it down to take the West Palm Beach, though. But that trip there was a trip I can never forget.
So your father liked south of the border that much?
Yes, he did. I mean, he spent so much money there, Steve, that we had to call back home and had grandmama send some more money down.
The hell was he doing?
They wiring money.
Did they open that casino in south of the border?
I haven't been on the south of the border for a while, Steve.
No, that's what I was saying. So what the hell was he doing down there for 2 days?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Steve.
I've been to the south of the border.
Well, you done seen that sign. If you drive, that's old. It's been around a long time. Lord have mercy. It's not a 2-day visit, y'all.
All right, Leon. Thank you.
30 minutes and you should be done got all you wanted out of south of the border.
Let's go to line 2 and talk to James out of Cordova, Tennessee.
Hey, James.
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning,
I called
James.
I called to talk with you a wee bit about criminal justice reform. I do not have your permission, so I will not mention the title of the book that I have written, but I would like to send an autographed copy of it to you. Forgive any perceived hubris on my part, but I'm quite confident you'll find the content compelling.
Okay, we'll do that. Hang on and let Mississippi Monica get your information.
Thank you, James. All right.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
You went from south of the border to James. Great.
Line 6, Randy, if we have time, out of Brunswick, Georgia.
Randy.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
Hey, not much. I like to say, nephew Tommy, I wish you would please come to Brunswick and show out down here. Everybody, we all listen to you every day. You are one of the best out there. You and Steve, and Shirley, you're awesome. And we like to say that Joe Biden, we done it. Now Trump, get out.
Yeah.
Get your butt out.
Very succinct message.
Tired of you. All right, that's pretty good, man.
So, Tommy, you got to go down to Brunswick, though.
Me and you both, we going together. And Shirley going to introduce us. We're going to come on out there and do the doggone thing.
Coming to the stage.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, the cat is out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. We'll get into that in just a bit. Right now, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
Shirley, I feel like a little curry goat. Anybody feel like a little curry goat? Let's have a little curry goat right now. Let's go, man. Come on, cat dog. Curry goat.
I feel like a person. I feel like a human.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to reach Mr. Is this Mr.
Yeah,
This is Benjamin Dixon. Trevor is my son. He goes to school with your son. Now,
yeah.
He went to a birthday party that your son had last weekend. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I understand.
You're right.
Listen, I have a problem with you, Mr. because I understand that you all are Jamaican and from Jamaica, but listen, you guys serve the children curry goat. You don't serve kids curry goat. Everybody's child doesn't eat curry goat. Pete, what happened to ice cream and cake and punch and maybe even a pizza at a birthday party for kids? But curry goat? That's out the question.
You mean? I don't understand what you're talking about. You mean me not feed the kids them curry goat? Me feed them anything. What you talking about, brethren?
Say what?
What you talking about? You mean you have a problem with me? You have a problem with me?
I got a problem with any parents who decides on their own that somebody else's child, it's okay to feed them some curry goat. My child don't eat no goat. We eat chicken. We eat steak. We eat cow. We don't eat curry goat.
Yo, him eat it at a birthday party though. Eh? Him eat at a birthday party. And why you mad? If you would tell me that you some too. So rude boy, no call me with your anger and a go on and a rumble upon me, brethren. Because you don't know who you deal with,
Okay, I need you to slow it down for me, man. I ain't understanding nothing you saying.
You can't tell me to slow it down. You call me and I go, so you can't tell me to slow it down. On my phone, you're calling up.
Look, man, all I'm saying is this is disrespectful to the child, to people's parents. You're going out on your own liberty deciding on what you're going to feed somebody. You got to feed them normal stuff. You can't do that. Kids, at birthday parties here in the States, man, it's pizza, it's ice cream, it's cake, it's punch. That's it. Hot dogs, maybe, but not no damn curry goat.
Man, me run this show, brethren. Don't tell me what to do, eh? Me run this. So you come tell me about disrespect. You disrespect me, I call my phone.
How am I disrespecting you by calling your phone? I want to know why it is you doing something like this. And I bet you these other parents don't know you've been serving goat.
Yo, kiss man. Who the you is? Eh? You want to meet me? I'm sure you who Galavan father is. Eh? How come tell me no bull? Eh?
You want to?
Hungry. Who you, brethren? Who the hell is you? Eh? I don't know you from Adam, brethren. I come talk on my phone and kind of with it. Yo, you know who the can deal with? You know something, man, just sprinkle up now,
You want to meet me somewhere? Is that what you want to do?
Me meet you, brethren. Me meet you right now. You understand me? Me brethren. You don't know who you're dealing with enough. Enough big gun me dealing with enough.
You're going to make me hurt you, man. If I come over there, you're going to make me hurt you. You hear me? Then I mean this, man. Now, I call you because I'm a concerned parent about my child, and then you got a nerve to tell me you're the one that's in the wrong.
Yo, man, me not wrong, brethren. Me not wrong. You understand me? So come tell me, he's a big man, Now come tell me about me not wrong. You and wrong to call my phone. Yo, just tell me where you there now, and me come meet you, and me will feed you some curry goat, you and your family, and when you can't just leave me alone.
You ain't finna feed my family. No, you don't bring my family in this, man. You don't bring my wife and my kids into nothing. You hear me?
I give your wife, your auntie, your mama, and everybody grandmama. So come tell me
I got one. You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you. I got something I want to tell you. You listening?
Ain't got to tell me, man.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your sister Patsy.
What the hell? I don't believe you, man. I don't know no like that.
Hey, you just got pranked by your sister Patsy, man. She put me up to this, dog.
Boy, I tell you, man, I'm so sweat, boy. I feel like I need to get a blood pressure check. I got a low tolerance. My tolerance very low. Boy, I tell you, man. But anyway, I'm gonna still feed you and your family some curry goat, man. I'm gonna invite you to the house. I'm gonna have nothing but curry goat.
I bet it's good too.
I ain't gonna have no rice with it or nothing. Just pure curry goat.
You know, when you get angry, American people really can't understand what you're saying. You went on a Jamaican run.
They're like, what the hell that boy saying?
We got to give a shout out to all of the Jamaicans out there, baby. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. New York City, baby.
Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka,
booyaka. You know I love that.
Yes. Curry goat for Thanksgiving, Tommy.
Curry goat, yeah, Thanksgiving, that'd be good. Curry goat. Speaking of Thanksgiving, the day after, the nephew is going to Waco at the Hippodrome. 2 shows, COVID-19 safe. Get your tickets. I will be in town. That's Nephew Tommy, and my friends will be right there acting a doggone fool. Same way we did in Atlanta. We're going to act another fool down in Waco. So Waco, Texas, get ready. The nephew is coming to town. Stupidity at its all-out best. Yes, coming your way.
Well, you got phone calls today. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they loved you.
Is on the way. Mm-hmm. Had a good time. Ain't been out in a minute. My voice struggling right now, but I'll be back. I'll be back.
Go ahead, Tommy. Get out there, man. Let me know how it go. You come back safe.
All you need is like taller lungs.
Taller lungs.
Is that's what he needs?
He'll never let it go.
He said that's
you heard what that man said. That man said Tommy is not short. I'm telling you, man, I on stage, I look 6'2",
I know, because the stage is elevated and people are sitting down.
I love this boy.
That's why you look taller.
Did you hear what he said? He said on stage, I looked 6'2". It's a difference between being 6'2" and looking 6'2".
Way
I look
different.
6'2" on stage.
Way different. In that picture you sent out, you was the same size as all them people in the picture.
Well, what's wrong with that, Steve?
They was girls. So them the Ready to Love girls came out. But you talking about something? You saying I look as tall as them? I'm taller than them now. Come on, you got to give me that on.
You had a hat on.
That's what make
You did have a hat on.
He is doing you, boy.
Okay, I did have a hat on, but didn't I look 6'2" on the picture?
What, like Prince?
Hell no, because the girl on the end, she been over touching her knee, and y'all was eye to eye. Look at the picture.
Yeah.
Well, just stay safe out there, Tommy. Just stay safe out there. That's all.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Definitely. Yeah.
Wash your
I'm
hands.
every
Yeah.
man. I'm doing everything I can, every precaution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So far, so good. Yep.
So far, so
Yeah,
good.
you're doing great, man. Yeah.
What happened to Tiger Woods this weekend, man?
No, he did. He just had that 10 on the par 3. He had
Just
a 10 on the par 3. And then after that, he had 4 birdies. He got to a par 3 and scored a 10, Tommy.
Golf talk.
Wow.
All right, coming up next, Strawberry Letter. Subject, the cat is out of the bag. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Okay?
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right. Who was that? Thank you. Thank you, nephew. The cat is out of the bag is the subject. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 55-year-old married, successful woman sleeping with my son's best friend. He and my son have been the best of friends since the second grade, and now they're both 27 years old. The best friend, who we'll call David, has been working with me for a year as my accountant. I let the rest of my employees work from home during COVID-19, but David came into the office to complete our annual taxes, and that's when it started. He came on to me one day, and it was very abrupt, but I like how he handled the situation. He basically threw me onto his desk, and sloppy kissing and ripping off clothes came next. I can't say that I didn't want it. He told me that he was tired of me flirting with him, so it was time to give me what I wanted. He's been giving it to me since April, and now that my other employees are back at work, I try to avoid David until everyone leaves for the day. David and my son still hang out, and recently David made a big mistake and let the cat out of the bag. They were out drinking, and David offered to pay the tab, and he mistakenly pulled out my credit card that I'd let him use for shopping and personal items. My son saw it, and he asked David about it. David said it was a corporate card, but my son accused David of stealing it from me. They both had had too much to drink, so David got fed up and yelled, "I'm banging your mama!"
God, dog.
My son you heard me. My son confronted me, and I denied it, but David had told him about the tattoo on my lower back. So my lies don't work. I can't look at my son in the eyes, and I cannot stop having sex with David. My son would never tell his father because he's ill and he doesn't want to upset him. Should I be honest with my son? What? This letter is crazy. And I just got to say, okay, I need to get a few things straight here. Are you asking us, should you be honest with your son about what he already knows? He already knows you're banging him. He already knows this. He told him about the tattoo on your lower back. He would have to know that if you guys were being intimate, having sex, okay? Your son knows. He definitely knows. So what is being honest and telling him going to do?
Her mama, though?
Yeah, his mama, yeah. Thank you, nephew. I'll tell you, it's probably going to make him angrier. It's going to cause him to go probably beat down his friend since he's known since second grade. How unsmart of you to give your employee, your accountant, your credit card for personal stuff, and what? He works for you. Doesn't he have his own money? And how stupid of him to use it while he was out with your son. This has to have your son really, really mad. He has to be livid about this. And I know this is either changed or broken up their relationship, or it's going to break up their friendship, even though you didn't say that. But I mean, what guy can still hang out with his best friend who's, quote, banging his mama? Okay, come on now. You can't even look at him the same way. No one can in good conscience. That's why this is more than just you being honest with your son. That's not exactly what this letter is about, because it changes the whole dynamic of your mother and son relationship here. It changes his relationship with his best friend. I hope you're right about him telling your husband or not telling your husband because your husband is sick. I think the best thing you can do is get your credit card back. And even though you say you can't stop having sex with David, you need to stop having sex with David. Get your credit card back and then try to mend, if you can, your mother-son relationship. And thank God that your son isn't going to tell your husband. All right, Steve. This is crazy.
55-year-old married woman, successful, sleeping with my son's best friend.
Woo.
I be damn.
It's too much.
Everybody's saying that,
And they 27. Why the subject of this letter is the cat is out the bag. This is way bigger than the cat. The mountain lion is loose in the damn room. Rename this damn letter. But the cat is out the bag ain't it.
She's too casual.
The pit bull is lockjawed on my ass. Let's rename the damn letter.
Say it again.
The pit bull is lockjawed on my ass.
I'll say but. Okay.
Uncle Larry done sugar honey iced tea in the middle of the floor. We can change this letter to a lot of things, but the cat out the bag is a little bit too light. All right, you sleeping with your son's best friend. They 27. Your son's friend works as an accountant. Now, all your employees is working home. But David, now we say the best friend who we'll call David. The name David is important. And because David came into the office to complete. Now, the reason she chose to call him David, because David, as in who slayed the giant.
Oh, Goliath. Okay.
That's why she want to go with David. She's trying to keep it biblical with your sinning self. David came into the office to complete our annual taxes, and that's when it started. He came on to me one day, and it was very abrupt. It ain't come out of nowhere. Then she say, but I like how he handled the situation. What situation? See, if it happened abruptly, what situation?
Hold on, Steve. We're going to have part two of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the cat is out of the bag, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, the cat is out of the bag, or as you say, the pit bull has...
The pit bull has lockjawed on my ass.
Yes.
Here's another title. The bull is in the china shop, and boy, is he pissed. It's a lot of titles, but the cat out the bag ain't enough. 55-year-old married successful woman is sleeping with her son's best friend. They've been friends since the second grade. Now, both of them 27. The best friend, who we'll call David, she wants to call him David, because that's the dude in the Bible that slayed the giant. And has been working for you for a year as your accountant. And then the rest of the employees work from home during COVID. David came into the office to complete the annual taxes, and that's when it started, she say. He came on to me one day, and it was very abrupt. Now, listen to me. Ain't no young-ass dude finna go and hit on his boy's mama abruptly without having being led this way.
Yes.
He got to have been thinking something was going on. You have been talking about, oh, how handsome you look today. Oh, you just look at you, David. You done grew up into be quite some young man. See, this the part you left out the letter, because this boy ain't just do this all of a sudden.
Well, she said he was flirting with her. He said he was tired of her flirting.
I know this, but Shirley, this is what caused it. So what I'm saying is how she wrote the letter. He came on me one day, and it was abruptly.
Oh, yeah.
But then all of a sudden, I like the way he handled the situation, because you've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Ripping your clothes off, sloppy kissing. I can't say I ain't want it. He told me he was tired of me flirting with him. Because you have. You've been leading this boy on. He tired of you flirting with him. This time he gave you what he wanted. And he been giving it to you since April. Woo. Now the other employees is back at work, and you try to avoid David until everybody leave for the day. Every day? David and my son still hang out. And recently David made a big mistake. Okay, now this is where the young boy stuff come in at, because he young. Yeah. He young. He don't know what he doing. So here we go. They out drinking, and David, your little lover boy, offered to pay the tab.
Lover boy.
And he mistakenly pulled out her credit card that she had been letting him use to go shopping and for personal items. Your son saw it and asked David about it. David said it was a corporate card, but your son accused David of stealing it from you. They had both had too much to drink, so David got fed up and yelled out, "I'm banging your mama."
That's the young boy stuff, right?
Quite sure that ain't the word he used. I go with it.
The next word she says is, "My son confronted me and I denied it." Wait a minute, hold up. Whoa. There is so much missing in this letter. Because right really now, this "I'm banging your mama" we now have to change the letter from there's a mountain lion in the room. We have to change the letter from it's a pit bull lockjawed on my ass. We have to change the letter from there's a bull in the china shop and boys he pissed to can you all help me? My son is on death row.
Yes.
Because there is no way in real life a dude can yell out, "'Cause I'm banging your mama."
Oh.
Yeah. And then
so
your son confronted you. What?
Where did that go in at?
I don't know how this letter ain't about an ass whooping. Hospital visits.
Yeah.
Who's liable? As an employer, do HR, am I responsible for his hospital bills? Is manslaughter an option if he, where's all this at in the letter?
Right.
So then your son confronted you and you denied it. But David had told him, now David, the little drunk ass boy, told him about the tattoo on my lower back. She say, so my lies don't work. I can't look my son in the eyes and I can't stop having sex with David. My son would never tell his father because he's ill and he doesn't want to upset him. Should I be honest with my son? Now Shirley says, your son already knows. Well, not really. See, this is where Shirley, men and women differ. Listen to me, lady. Lie, 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 lie. Don't you dare admit to this.
Yeah.
He saw the tattoo on your back.
Yeah.
Because you wore a top that came up when you was looking for something on the top shelf, and he came into the office and a couple people noticed the tattoo. That's how he saw the tattoo. You don't admit to this. Yes.
Go ahead.
So just
you don't admit to your grave.
Yeah.
Just keep lying. Let me ask you something, Shirley. What good is the truth gonna do?
Well,
just
I don't
help
think
me with that part.
No. I didn't say she should be honest. I don't think that at all. I don't think that.
So that's what she said. Should I be honest? No. Hell no. Continue to lie. Now, Shirley did say you need to stop sleeping with this little boy that's gonna ruin your life.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
And get your credit card back and move on.
Oh, skip that. Why ain't your boy whipping his ass?
You back to that.
All right, post your comments on today's
I'm
Strawberry
whipping your
Letter.
ass just for saying it.
Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Junior and Sports Talk up next.
Sports!
Lord.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Yeah!
Come on, baby.
Hit it up. Yeah, why are you taking your wait, oh no.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
I get to it. Week 10 in the NFL, good week of games, man. Yeah, I know.
Hold on, man. Let me get my jacket off.
Yeah, I see.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't do that game.
Week 10, man. Great game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. Ended on a Hail
Arizona
Mary.
Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. What is we talking about them for?
Well,
That
man,
was a
it's a
good
good game. DeAndre Hopkins called a
Hold on 1 second.
called a Hail
second.
Mary.
Carla is from Houston.
Yeah.
Tommy is from Houston, and Junior is from Houston. Go ahead. Why is we talking about the Cardinals and the Bills?
Saints
got other games
had a
to
big
do
game
right
last night. They beat the San Francisco 49ers 27-13.
The Saints.
Yeah. And then also, the Los Angeles Rams shocked everybody and upset the
Rams.
Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. No shocker here, though, man. Shouts out to Cam Newton and the New England Patriots as they also beat the Baltimore Ravens 23-17 in a messy game. Tom Brady, the great, the GOAT, he won 46-23 over the Carolina
It's only 2
Panthers.
minutes left. Let's stop this right now.
And
Let's
the game
talk about the damn
you
game
want to talk
that's
about
important.
the Cleveland Browns.
What?
Man, the Cleveland Browns.
What?
Just squeaked by the Houston Texans.
Squeak by.
10-7. They
Squeak-
squeaked
hey,
by.
hey,
Why you have to take the jacket off with this Cleveland Browns shirt on? You ain't having it on all morning.
Squeaking would be good if this was Twister. Squeaking is a good word to use if we playing with a slinky. You know, if we squeezing out putty dough through our fingers. This a football game.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns
Yeah.
whooped whooped
It
the
wasn't no
Texans' ass. What?
It's 10-7.
10-7 is not a
All y'all got was 7?
All y'all got was 10.
What we did what we needed to do to win. And hold up, listen to this. At the end of the game, when Chubb broke loose
and ran out of bounds,
he ran out of bounds at the 1 on purpose to avoid humiliating y'all's ass, which would have been 17.
I saw that too.
You're not getting away with this right here. And I'm surprised you wait till the last 2 minutes to bring up the Cleveland Browns against the Texans.
Yeah.
I told y'all, listen to me.
This is not your segment.
This is hey, I asked the Lord to change me from being a person that rubs it in their face, smears it all up around their mouth. I asked him to change me. And sometimes I found out when you pray for stuff, the answer is no. So he didn't change me. So I'm rubbing it in your damn face. Cleveland Browns kicked the Texans' tail.
President Obama on 60 Minutes, he addressed Donald Trump's
when last
decision.
time y'all won?
We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so in a press tour for his
Show
new book,
glad
you okay?
sports is over. Go ahead, Show.
You all right, Steve?
Yeah, sports is over.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you guys know President Obama has a brand new book out. It's called A Promised Land. He's commenting on the quarantine that the 2020 presidential election has become, okay? During his interview on 60 Minutes, he was on 60 Minutes Sunday night, President Obama said that President Trump isn't doing himself a disservice as much as he is the United States at large. So he's not doing himself a disservice, but he's doing the country a disservice. Our forever President Obama offered advice to President Trump. Take a listen.
Well, a president is a public servant. They are temporary occupants of the office by design. And when your time is up, then it is your job to put the country first and think beyond your own ego and your own interests and your own disappointments. My advice to President Trump is if you want at this late stage in the game to be remembered as somebody who put country first, it's time for you to do the same thing.
Nah.
Got it?
Yeah. See how this works now?
From your predecessor.
At this late in the game, if you want to try to make yourself thought of as somebody who put, he doesn't care about this country. He cares about himself.
And how he'll look in history, you know?
Man, he don't care about none of that. It's how he look now. It's the only thing that matters to him, man. This dude is, this is the worst president we've ever had.
Ever.
And gotten the most votes for being the worst president.
What does
which
that
is
say?
a sad statement about this country that we're in.
Yeah. President Obama went on to say, our democracy seems to be teetering on the brink of a crisis. Take a listen.
We have gone through a presidency that disregarded a whole host of basic institutional norms, expectations we have for a president that have been observed by Republicans and Democrats previously. And maybe most importantly and most disconcertingly, what we've seen is what some people call truth decay, something that's been accelerated by outgoing President Trump. The sense that not only do we not have to tell the truth, but the truth doesn't even matter.
Woo!
You got that right.
And
He nailed that
and you
one.
know what, man? And that's the thing that's really, really crazy here, because the reason the country is so polarized is because whatever he has said, of all the lies he's told, they've been okay with all of them.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yes.
Now, the politicians, they know better.
Yes.
But they going along with it for position, power, and money. But his followers are following blindly like sheep. Those are the people that's on the interstate, on the exit ramp, and you see the line just way back. People trying to get off the exit ramp. I've never been the person that got in that line. I always go up and try to catch somebody sleeping and cut them. I've never been that guy to stand in that line.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I'm always a guy looking for the way that it's supposed to be done. I don't just believe in you. I don't care who you are. You can't tell me anything and I believe it.
But they think just because he's the president, whatever comes out of his mouth is the truth, right?
It goes beyond him just being the president. It goes beyond the type of man he is. It is not because he's the president. It's because he's the type of man they aspire to, that they look up to, that they admire. A lot of people admire Donald Trump.
He being Trump. Okay.
Oh, you don't understand how people feel. There are a lot of men in this country who, if you give them a private jet, some buildings with their name on it, some golf course, some Playboy bunnies, and some porno stars, they'll take it. They'll take it.
Yeah.
They'll take it. Trade everything in for that.
Lives and all, soul and all.
All them families and wives, it's a lot of men to trade all that in to be him. You better believe it.
All right, coming up, today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, Steve, I got a quick question. I don't want to spend a lot of time because we got to get to this NASA story. But what is not conceding? What does that mean? You admit Biden won, but
he's been trained by his father and the culture that he grew up in to never admit defeat.
Okay.
It's an act of graciousness or humility to concede.
Yeah.
It's what gentlemen do.
Right.
It's what people of classy people do. It's what every president has done in every election preceding this. But you are asking a person who's classless, who has no morals, no caring of culture, to do something, tradition, to do something that's traditionally been done. He's incapable of this.
Yeah. Okay. It just boggles the mind. Yeah. All right. We're going to get to this NASA story. It's space news out of NASA. SpaceX spacecraft carrying 4 astronauts, one of them a brother, by the way. 4 astronauts soared into outer space yesterday, headed to the International Space Station. Victor Glover is one of the members, and he is the first black astronaut to live aboard the space station for the next 6 months. So congratulations to him. He was just waving yesterday before they took off. Yeah. So quick question. Do you guys think you can live in outer space for 6 months?
Hell no. I'm not going to outer space.
All right. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right here on Earth right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We all know the holidays are looking a bit different, and most of America is planning on hitting the road instead of the skies to see family this holiday season. You heard us going rogue last week. We all went rogue, and we're continuing to go rogue by partnering with Nissan to bring you the ultimate Thanksgiving road trip playlist with 5 different drive modes and advanced technology. The all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue is perfect for your family road trip. And have you seen the features? They're unbeatable, like LED lights and 2-tone color options on the exterior. And as we head out for the Thanksgiving holiday, we are looking for your help to create the ultimate road trip playlist, okay? So jump on social media and tell us what songs should make our playlist by using the hashtag SHMS Rogue Trip. That's SHMS Rogue Trip to nominate your favorite song. And we want to say thanks to all. The all-new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Your Thanksgiving road trip just got a whole lot better. Okay, Junior Jodeci, I got to hear from you. What is on your favorite Thanksgiving road trip? Like we don't
your
know.
playlist. What's on your playlist? We know you got Jodeci. Let's get past
I know that was when I was Jodeci, but when I was going on these road trips with my family, we would load up. I got saved at 10, but I had no choice. Because the playlist was all gospel music for 17 hours. That's how I got saved. I'm 10. I should not know every Mississippi Mass Choir song. I should know Near the Cross. I should not know I'm Not Tired Yet. I should know Your Grace and Mercy. Your Grace and... Because we played it the whole trip. I'm too young to know about the Canton Spirituals. I didn't know that man had the same voice I had in the Canton Spirituals. I didn't know he had in the Heavenly Choir singing in the heavenly. That was me and him. I didn't even know. I should know. Send me, I'll go. I'm too young. I'm 10. I had to get saved. I had no clue. I ain't know about the upper room. Come on in. I didn't even know I was supposed to know this. At 10.
Send me.
Send me.
I go. Oh, send me.
Man.
I go.
That's how I gotta say. You know who else I learned?
If you send me, I will go. I say, send me. I go.
I wasn't supposed to know.
Knew all that.
Oh, Lord, send me. I go.
What?
Shirley
Season
at 10. That's how I gotta say. Hold my mule. I ain't supposed to know about hold my mule. How am I supposed to know this whole story at 10? I'm telling every kid I know the same story.
Wait a minute, Junior.
I ain't supposed to know drive your mama away. I ain't supposed to know nothing about this. You can't stay with me, mama, because you use words like this and that and this and ain't. I ain't supposed to know this type of stuff, so the playlist was long. That's how I got saved. That's how I found the Lord on these road trips. That's what happened.
All right. Well, thank you, Junior. Coming up, our last break of the day and Steve's closing remarks right after this at 49 minutes after.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve. What a day. Last break of the day on this Monday.
You know, it's been such a crazy Monday because it's the day after Sunday, and after Junior did sports, it just kind of went like so crazy up in here, man.
And what was so crazy about it, Steve? Tell us. Please share.
You know, all of us are from, three of them, Carla, which we don't count in this disagreement, Carla Jr. and Tommy, both all from Houston.
Yeah.
And they big Houston fans, they big Rocket fans, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm from Cleveland. You know the pain I've been in practically all my life until 2016 when LeBron brought a championship to the city.
That's
right. So Sunday when the Texans played the Browns, you know, it was, I told Junior, I was hoping that the Texans won. Junior, did I not tell you that?
Yeah, you did.
I told him that. And the reason I told Junior I wanted the Texans to win because I didn't want to be who I was going to have to be if they lost.
Naturally.
And they lost.
Wait a minute, Shirley. After the Texans lost, Uncle Steve immediately texts me. The game ain't even been over. They still talking about it. And it's a meme of him crying, and it say, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, because I didn't. And, you know, because like I had said earlier, you know, I asked God during the game to change me.
Oh, during the
relationship.
Yeah, to stop being the person that rubs it in your face, that smears it all around your mouth. I wanted him to change me. And then, like I said, sometimes when you pray, the answer is no. And obviously, he said no to that. So I came in here. I got to spread it all around your mouth now, up under your nose, make sure you smell it. And, you know, and then Tommy and them come talking about that it was a close game. Close. You know, if this was hard, you get points 7-10, and then you come talking about, that's all I said. All y'all got was 7. Then Tom come talking about, all y'all got was 10.
Right.
We got what we needed to win. I wouldn't give a damn we got 8. A 6-point touchdown and a 2-point conversion, I'd have been happy with. But at the end, Chubb broke loose from him to spank him and then didn't run out of bounds. And because he thought, because he's a thinking football player, and he said, we'll just kneel twice and the game will be over. I'm not going to give Deshaun Jackson a chance, Deshaun Watson, to come up and do something with it. I called him Deshaun Jackson because I know they wish they had Lamar Jackson, but my bad.
We love Deshaun Jackson.
I
love him.
No, it's Deshaun Watson.
I love Deshaun
Once
Watson.
again, you keep wanting Lamar Jackson, but you got. But I love Deshaun too. I like him as a player.
And then DeAndre Hopkins catches a Hail Mary, the one player we gave up. I was so bad.
Oh man, he caught a Hail Mary to win the game against.
Oh my gosh, I was so bad. We could have used him against Cleveland, you know.
Buffalo, and I thought that game was over. So it's been a great day. So. I'm here, you know, I wore my Cleveland Brown shirt today.
Yeah, you know, you didn't wear it till sports came on. Don't say you had it on.
Well, it had got hot in. You talking about this one right here?
You don't move the microphone.
Cleveland Brown sweatshirt.
Yeah, don't say you've been wearing it all morning. You wore it when sports came on. Well,
I had it on, but my jacket was zipped up because it was cold, but then it got hot. And so,
It got hot right at sports talk.
Congratulations to the Browns.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, let me say this in closing. All of us, we got to keep the faith. Now, we have a job to do in Georgia. We have an election that's still up 2 Senate seats. They're counting on us not to do right. Now, the ads have been nasty and ugly and all of this. All we have to do is do what we're supposed to do. I'm asking everybody who did not register to vote in the presidential election, you have to December 7th to register to vote, and just go to vote.org for this election on January 5th, the Senate race. The last day to register is December 7th. So we're trying to get all new people registered that didn't participate. In the words of all said, it felt good for him to feel like he was a part of something. To the brothers that did not vote, I want you to feel like you're a part of something. I want you to get registered by December 7th, and we're going to have to go vote. Now, early voting begins December 14th through the 31st. Early voting begins Atlanta, Fulton County, Savannah, Columbia, Brunswick. We still have work to do. We have to send a clear message to them that we are serious about our stake in this thing. So all of these people, man, who are walking around, it's really sad to me. The lady that's running against Raphael Warnock, she made a statement, and they keep making this statement, and I want to straighten something out to help people who don't understand. She said, Black lives matter, but all lives matter. See, let's stop this. When people say Black lives matter, they're not saying that Black lives are the only lives that should matter. That's not the statement. We're not an evil people. We are glad that all lives matter. All Black Lives Matter is saying is, can our lives matter the same as everybody else's? Black lives should matter just like anybody else's life. So this woman who's running for Senate, who keeps using that, blue lives matter, white lives matter, we're not saying they don't. All of them do. But can ours count just like everybody else's? If you're not understanding that, it's simply because you're not listening. It's not fake news that there's racial injustice in this country. That's not fake news. It's not fake news that this ain't right for us. It's not fake news when you get asked the question, would you want to be treated the same way blacks are being treated, and you won't raise your damn hand. You know why? Because you wouldn't. Let's stop, man. We got to start coming together after this election. And so we got some finished work. We got to register to vote, and we got to win these 2 Senate seats in Georgia, and then we'll really know if Black lives matter, because their votes matter. How about that?
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.